Welcome to Screen Rant, Terminator fans. I'm Greg Elliott, and they've always said that there's no fate but what we make for ourselves, but Hollywood has now made Terminator Dark Fate for us and set up a whole new timeline and even a new Judgment Day. Time travel can be pretty tricky to do in a consistent way, and as a result, every franchise kind of tends to make up its own rules, but sometimes they even break those in order to further the plot along. Hell, even Avengers Endgame said Back to the Future was a bunch of bull. The first two Terminator films were pretty consistent in this regard, even though, yeah, Terminator 2 did kind of bend Terminator 1's rules to make things work. The first movie was centered on the idea of a time loop, with Kyle Reese getting sent back in time, which led him to becoming the father of the very guy that sent him back. But winning and really saving the world isn't all that conducive to having sequels, so Terminator 2 allowed that time loop to be broken, with Sarah and now teenage John learning how the Skynet AI was created and eventually destroying the company that would have created it, Cyberdyne Systems. So Terminator Dark Fate kind of mirrors the first movie, but makes it able for them to start from scratch by setting up a whole new timeline. There are spoilers ahead, but otherwise come with me if you want to know more. So in the film, Sarah Connor has spent the last 20 plus years killing what she believed to be the last remaining Terminators sent back by Skynet before the timeline changed. But it turns out that's not the case, and while she may have prevented Skynet's creation, it turns out people just ended up creating another AI that also decided it wanted to kill everybody. This new AI is called Legion, which was developed by the military to use for cybersecurity. Man, people never learn, do they? The film doesn't explain why it's called that, but director Tim Miller said that he wanted to suggest it was a big distributed intelligence that didn't see itself as a single entity, and that the name does have some biblical ties as well. Whatever the case may be, Legion turned on humanity and gave us a new Judgment Day. It looks like nuclear bombs did fall, but it's not clear whether those were launched by Legion or by us in a desperate attempt to fight back. Grace talks about the world just stopping, and in today's super-connected society, it's not hard to imagine an AI just shutting everything down all at once. So Legion's Terminators are similar to the Skynet ones we're used to, which doesn't exactly make sense if they were created by another entity entirely, but you know, whatever, it's a movie. The first example is the Rev 9, which is kind of like the T-1000 from Terminator 2, but can now also split its liquid metal from its endoskeleton, effectively making it double the killing machine. We also see Rev 7s in the future war scenes, which appear to be a little less refined than the Rev 9s, but with a lot more sharp pointy tentacles. And we do also briefly see what appear to be HKs, or hunter-killer aerial robots looking for human survivors. So in this new timeline, we now no longer have John Connor as the savior of the human race since he was killed by another T-800, but instead Donnie Ramos. We only see the beginning of her story in this film, but as we know, the future's not set, so I imagine they're saving fleshing out her story for the possible sequels. So the big question is, do they stop the Legion future from happening in Dark Fate? Well, no, just like in Terminator 1, they only stopped this one Terminator, so the fight against Legion is a story for another day, and Dark Fate's all about setting Danny up to become a hero, not about really stopping anything. Grace doesn't give them any info on how to track Legion down or even where to start, but it's safe to assume that any sequels will see more Terminators sent back and give the good guys more opportunities to learn how to defeat the new big bad AI. So we'll just have to wait and see. So until next time guys, I'm Greg Elliott, thanks for watching Screen Rant, and I'll be back.